So last week we discussed an upcoming WWE Elite action figure wave that was leaked for 2027, I guess 2027, I'm not entirely sure. And we'll find all this stuff out at San Diego Comic-Con. There will be a bunch of new figures on display in about a month and a half, which is actually insane. Feel like time just goes, man. There it goes. I'm watching it go. Sadness. Sadness Everdeen. But today, we're getting into this because we have some details that have changed, and it kind of, I don't know, there's some different criteria here that we're going to dive into. A huge shout out to my man Mitchell Craig on X for the info here. We're going to discuss this because I think it's a big deal, man. So, if you guys remember last week, we talked about an upcoming Monday Night Wars WWE Elite set. This was going to be Monday Night Wars WWE Elite Series 13. This is not Series 11 with Hulk Hogan. I'm trying to just give you some context so you know exactly where we are in the line. So, the current line that is hitting the stores right now and going to be hitting in the next month or a few weeks is going to be Series 11. That is going to be the Bryan Adams, Hulk Hogan Headbangers wave that is hitting shelves right now. That exact wave, you can go to your local Walmart and hope to find them. Good luck, though. That's all I'm going to say. Then you fast forward to Series 12. Series 12 is the set that we actually saw on display at WWE World. This is going to be the set that includes Bret Hart with the shorts. This is the Fanny Pack Goldberg, the Ultimate Warrior, and the William Regal with the Rockabilly Build-A-Figure. That is Series 12. Well, just the other day, we talked about the leaked Series 13 because remember we were talking about the Kurt Angle boots that we still haven't gotten. Those Kurt Angle boots will not be on that Kurt Angle, but if you guys kind of want the, I don't know, the full wave reveal, you can go check out that news video. But in this video, we're also going to reveal it. But there's been an adjustment to the line, and we're going to talk about that right now. So in this wave initially, we had Kurt Angle, which we discussed previously. We had Terry Funk, which I'm pretty excited about to see exactly what he looks like. We have Sensational Sherry, or Sister Sherry, from the Harlem Heat. At least we're guessing that's what that would be. There was also a Walmart tag. I don't know if I have a photo of it, but somebody posted a tag from their Walmart that had a tag that said Sensational Sherry, which would be crazy that they would have it that far in advance. I have no idea if that was real or not, but I just want to put that in there. But the last figure in this set was supposedly going to be a Dude Love figure. And Dude Love, I read a bunch of our comments the other day talking about that news and that leak of that upcoming lineup. They were really excited to get a Dude Love, and it was supposedly going to be a heel Dude Love. Well, as we know, Mankind, Mick Foley, Dude Love here, as we know, or as if you've been paying attention to pro wrestling circles, he recently did not renew his contract with WWE. He made a post about it, and he showed up on AEW television. And so everybody was like, okay, we better buy up these Mick Foleys, these Mankinds. We have an Ultimate Edition Cactus Jack that is hitting. You need to buy that. You need to buy any Mankind that is hitting the stores right now and Mick Foley, because you never know if he ever comes back, man. You may have a Goldust situation, or you may have one of these situations where, you know, they just stand on business and they don't go back, and they don't, you know, they never get another contract with WWE. I guess that's completely possible. You never know. You never know these things officially. So, you know, you never know. So if you find a Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever, you may want to grab those figures because they're not going to be being made at least within the next couple years or so. So that's just something to sit on. And you guys know, even if he signed another deal, it would take a whole nother year to make the figure. So it's just the way that it is. You want to just buy those up. But Dude Love was originally going to be a part of this figure. Mick Foley's out, so they have inserted someone else in his place, and that is going to be The Rock. Now, this makes a lot of sense, and I cannot remember for the life of me if it was Series 14. Wasn't there another set? I want to say there was a set that we recently talked about the last couple months that was leaked out, where it was going to be a Monday Night Wars Rock figure, and it may have been in the next set. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I can't remember. Maybe it was Series 14, and they just moved the figure up a little bit, especially being The Rock and what have you. And I want to say it was when he threw the smoking skull over the bridge, or over the side of the bridge, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or the world title. I could be wrong about that, but I'll plug in, you know, screenshots and stuff. But I swear we talked about that at one point. I want to say I recall that in my memory. But this set would include Kurt Angle, Terry Funk, The Rock, and Sister Sherry. And so that would be huge, man. That would be huge to move that up and take out Dude Love. Whether or not it's big, huge, you know, a huge L or a huge W for you, you can let me know down below. But another little bit of this news is Mitchell Craig says that he also sees 2 more characters for Series 14, and there's some heavy hitters. However, you collectors out there, you may be annoyed by this. I don't know entirely. Now, all 4 figures in this Series 13 that we looked at, right? Kurt Angle, Terry Funk, The Rock, and Sherry, they're all characters we have seen before. Now, give or take, we don't know exactly what their looks are. We don't know if it's going to be new things introduced in the line, but the names, we've seen characters made of them before is what I'm saying, right? It may not be exactly a Harlem Heat version of Sherry, but it could be, we've seen a couple sensational Sherrys. We've seen this before, but in Series 14, this will come as no shock, Brad, but they have put in Hulk Hogan. Apparently, Hulk Hogan is going to be coming in Series 14, which is part of the course. We have so many Hulk Hogans. They're going to continue to give us Hulk Hogans, and he's a moneymaker, man. If you guys did not know, the reason that they make so many of the same character is because they sell. So I know that it gets very sickening when you see Hulk Hogan and The Rock and, Cody Rhodes and CM Punks and Jey Usos and Pentas, etc. When you see a bunch of the same characters, John Cena, just to name a few here, when you see those characters over and over, the reason that they do that is not just because they like those characters, it's because they like characters that make money. And so these characters, regardless if you feel a certain type of way or not, there's a lot of casual collectors out there buying these characters, okay? They're buying the John Cenas. They're buying the Cody Rhodes. People are jumping into the line every single day. And who do they want when they jump in that line? They want to see characters that they loved as a kid, that they watch currently. That's going to be your Cody Rhodes, your Punks, your Roman Reigns. That's going to be your Hulk Hogans, your Stone Colds, your John Cenas, all these characters. So those types of characters are what give us the money to be able to create the new characters that come out for, the people that may not be, that are in the weeds of it, that are watching news videos and that are in the know about these things in the community. So that is why you get these characters. But Hulk Hogan is going to be in Series 14 alongside another guy that I swear to God, he has to have had. Outside of Cena, he has to have the most figures in the last year or two. He has to. And that is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I, for one, love Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I talk about this a lot. If you guys missed our recent review on the new Ultimate Edition Series 32 Stone Cold Steve Austin, that figure is really damn good, and I think that a lot of his figures, especially in the modern day, man, I mean, back in the day, I loved getting Austin figures, but especially in 2026 when they've upgraded the shoulders and arms, they've upgraded the legs, the head sculpts are the best they've ever been. We're getting these new things implemented into the line where you got a bigger build, a better look of Austin. It captures his likeness. It captures the character better. I think that having a Stone Cold here is huge. Now, I'm hoping that it'll just be one of his promo gears. It'll be a repaint of the Legends with the baseball jersey and the jeans. It'll be maybe it'll be a different shirt with jeans. Maybe it'll be a defining moment for him. I hope to God it's not just black Trunks Austin with a different vest. I think it'd be cool if it includes a vest as an accessory with a different Austin, so you can take that vest and put it on a black Trunks Austin. I hope that it's not just another re-release of the SummerSlam Elite or a re-release of, one of these Trunks Austins. And I hope it's the full bigger build and, they pay attention to that kind of thing. But this could be a shorts Austin with a different shirt. It's just a cheat code, and I've talked about this before. Mattel has an infinite money glitch with Stone Cold Steve Austin, so it makes 100% facts. You go back to the Elite 1 series, you go back to the Elite Series 122 Austin with the black, baseball jersey and the black jorts. You can take that figure. That and the Monday Night Wars Ultimate are the ultimate cheat codes, infinite money glitch, because you can take any of the shirts and different things that Austin wore, put it on that buck, and you can change the shorts color to light denim, dark denim, black, whatever the hell, and you can just put a different head sculpt on there, put a chain, put a watch, whatever, maybe throw in the WWF title, throw in the smoking skull. It's so easy. It is very, very easy, and it doesn't shock me at all that they're making another Stone Cold right here for Series 14, and honestly, I look forward to it because I want all those different gears. I enjoy fixing them up and all those different things, but I don't know what the other characters are in Series 14. All we know right now is Hogan and Stone Cold. Now, on this reading, he does say, I also see another Hogan and Stone Cold for Series 14, so maybe he was looking over the listing there, and he saw that The Rock replaced Dude Love, which makes sense given the context. I know for a fact, that just makes a whole lot of sense to me. I was actually shocked that we were getting Dude Love off the heels of him moving over and leaving WWE, not renewing, because it was a while back when he announced that, so it would make sense on the timeline that Dude Love figure probably didn't make it to production, and so there's that. But The Rock replacing him, and then he looked it over and maybe he saw that they may not know exactly, maybe it was TBA for Series 14, but they could see that Hogan and Stone Cold were pretty much locks for that set, which makes sense, right? But I don't know, man. I'm interested to know what these look like. Guaranteed we'll see what this set looks like. Series 13, we'll see what this set looks like at Comic-Con. We'll probably also see Series 14, and I look forward to all those different things. And I'm also looking forward to, what these guys look like in full fruition. That's going to be, we have the Monday Night Wars Goldberg Ultimate coming. We have the X-Pac coming. I'm looking forward to who's next and what they do there and what figures actually come out. But that is pretty much the news that we have for today, man. We have some leaked details on these figures, and one figure got replaced in an upcoming leaked lineup. So that is pretty big there, man. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this news, but I appreciate you guys so very much. Let me know what you think and stand on this. Are you bummed that The Rock is replacing Dude Love? That would make a lot of sense because we haven't seen a Dude Love since the Foley Faces of Three, the Three Faces of Foley 3-pack from Ringside, which was, I think, revealed at Comic-Con 3 years ago, something like that. So that's kind of crazy. But I'm getting the hell out, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.